Easy now, folks. I've made a couple of mistakes this week. One, a fish keeping mistake. One has affected my fish keeping. And the first one, I don't know if you saw it on my community post, but I wanted to plant some lavender, right? So, a bit concerned about the bees, and I'm trying to help them along if I can. So, I found a wee lavender bush, and I thought I'd plant it there. Oh, lovely. And then I thought I would plant one over the other side of the garden. This is it now. But in planting it, I also cut straight through the internet cable. Look at that. Such a fibre optic cable there, and I've gone right through it. So I'm not very popular in a DKF house just now. Bit of a, I would say it's a schoolboy error, but it's a stupid fish keeper error, isn't it? So that was my big mistake number one, and I'll take you inside to show what might be. Should point out before I go inside, 9th of September they're coming to fix this. 9th of September. That's over a month at the time of recording this video. I'm going to need to go to a mate's house to upload it, and any more uploads until halfway through September. But what a mistake. But I guess things happen, don't they, eh? Right, on to mistake number two then. Well, a bit unfair to call it a mistake. I got myself 3 Severum today. 2 red shoulder, 2 Rotkill Severum in here. And then we've also got a green Severum in the other bag, which is a bit difficult to see just now. Turn it around to see if we can get a better look. But yeah, it's a big move for me. It's a huge step because I'm a planted tank guy, right? And Severums don't do so well with plants. They tend to chew them up pretty quick, make salad of them. So a huge step for me. I need to say goodbye to all the crypts in this tank and to all the Java fern that did take a bit of a beating when I was on holiday, but it's coming back and it'll all go soon enough. But I'm hoping, I'm thinking, no, it will be. It'll be worth it. Can't wait to see these guys grow out and colour up. I'm really, really excited about it, in fact. Still feels a bit of a wrench. I'm going to miss having plants in here. So, like I say, big step for me. I'm going to call it a mistake until the fish start looking nice. And then I'll change my mind. And since we're going to lose some plants, I needed some more scape. And I found this majestic piece of wood in the fish stall. This thing is huge, by the way. Since it was so big, obviously it came with a pretty hefty price tag. Mistake number 3. Had to whip out the credit card, but so worth it, man. As soon as I saw it, I was like, I'm not leaving without that. Also picked up another picture frame. If you remember, mistake number 4 we'll go for. Set fire to the house a little bit a few weeks ago, and one of my picture frames with my YouTube fish tuber stickers went on fire. So finally replacing that. Bit of a highs and lows story, this one, isn't it? But do you know what? I think that bit of wood's going to look amazing in this tank. Can't wait to get it in. Probably be about 60 by the time it decides to sink. So I need to weigh it down or something for now. So let's have a go at that next. Didn't I tell ya? Looks fantastic, doesn't it? Looks amazing. I think it does anyway. And that's me not even got it in the right position I want it yet, because it's going to need to sink first. Mistake number 5. Completely forgot about the centre braces, and I only just managed to wiggle this thing in. It would have been a crime to chop it, cut it up in any way, or shape or form, so glad I did, but it was a tight thing. We talking had to come down for a bit. Had to take out some of the scape that was in the way and knocked off the picture frames out of shape, but I got in, and there was a fair amount of sweating and worrying, but it is in. I've had to wedge it underneath one of the braces for now, just to keep it down, because it really is trying to float back up, of course. So I don't know how long it's going to take to stay there. Weeks at least, if not months, but sometimes these things surprise you, and you know what? got to have a little bit of patience in this hobby, haven't you? Eh? So you probably noticed I added the Sevs too, and if you look closely at them, they have been tearing it up with each other in the tank they were in. There's a few torn fins and scrapes on them. So in the first instance, I'm going to add a wee bit of aquarium salt. I'm hoping that's going to stave off any infections and start the healing process off, along with the mountains of tannins we're going to get out of that wood, which I don't mind. It's going to make the water brown for a while, but for all the benefits that it's going to give, it's worth it. With aquarium salt, you always mix it first and dissolve it into the water before adding it to the tank. So just doing a wee bit at a time, making sure it's fully dissolved, and then I'll pour that into the tank. Some plants don't react well to aquarium salt, but I'm not really bothered about that, am I? Because I'm thinking the plants are going to get munched and gobbled up soon, so it is what it is, really, isn't it? You'll see here, the salt doesn't always dissolve right away, so sometimes you just need to check that. Make sure there's no salt in the bottom of the bucket before you mix it in, and if there is, just add some more water. Dissolve it through, and then you can use it. I tend to prefer using more natural remedies to improve fish health, like salts and tannins in the first instance anyway, before moving on to like chemicals that can be harder on the fish. So hopefully this will do the trick. We'll do an update later and I'll let you know how it's gone. I've got a real nice species spotlight recorded as well, which I'll need to visit a mate's house to upload maybe early next week. So until then, from me and the Sevs, we're out. Later.